Imagine a philosophy born in the bustling streets of ancient Athens, yet still powerful enough to help us navigate the chaos of modern life. Every day we're bombarded by stress, anxiety, and uncertainty, whether it's the pressure of work, the noise of social media, or the unpredictability of the world around us. But what if there was a way to meet these challenges with calm and clarity, just as people did thousands of years ago? That's Stoicism, a practical toolkit for building a resilient, calm mind. It's not just an abstract theory, but a set of daily practices designed to help us thrive no matter what life throws our way. Stoicism is about training ourselves to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, so we can find peace even in the middle of chaos. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending to be unaffected by life's ups and downs. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to understand our emotions, to observe them without judgment, and to manage them wisely so they don't end up controlling us. By learning to recognize our feelings, we gain the power to choose our responses rather than being swept away by anger, fear, or frustration. At its core, Stoicism is about focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions, and letting go of what we cannot. This simple shift in focus can transform how we experience the world. Instead of wasting energy on things outside our influence, we direct our attention to what truly matters: our own character and choices. Life is full of curveballs, late trains, failed Wi-Fi, unkind words from strangers or colleagues. These moments can easily trigger frustration or anxiety, but the Stoic approach is to pause, take a breath, and ask a simple question: is this within my control? If the answer is no, we learn to let go and accept what we cannot change. If the answer is yes, we focus our energy on taking positive, constructive action. This mindset frees us from unnecessary worry and helps us stay grounded even when life feels overwhelming. The event itself is neutral. It's our reaction that gives it meaning and power. Two people can face the same challenge, but their experience will be shaped by how they choose to interpret and respond to it. This shift in perspective, seeing that our power lies in our response, not in the event itself, is the heart of Stoic practice. It's a skill we can develop, one mindful moment at a time. In a world of constant noise, comparison, and distraction, Stoicism helps us build an inner fortress, a place of calm, steady purpose that isn't shaken by every external storm. It's about cultivating resilience, gratitude, and wisdom, so we can live with intention and peace. Ultimately, Stoicism is an invitation to become a calmer, wiser, and happier version of yourself. It's a timeless guide for anyone who wants to live with greater clarity, courage, and compassion, no matter what the world throws your way. The dichotomy of control is Stoicism's most practical and transformative idea. It's a simple concept, but it has the power to change the way we experience every day. At its core, it asks us to pause and sort the events of our lives into two categories: what we can influence and what lies beyond our reach. This act of sorting is not just a mental exercise, it's a way to reclaim our energy and attention from things that drain us. Some things are up to us, and some are not. This distinction is the foundation of emotional resilience. When we clearly see what's within our power, we can act with purpose. When we recognize what's outside our control, we can let go of frustration and anxiety. Our opinions, desires, and actions are within our control. We decide how we interpret events, what goals we set, and how we respond to challenges. Our choices, values, and intentions are ours to shape, no matter what's happening around us. Everything else, traffic, other people, the weather, the economy, and even the past, is not. These are the things we encounter but cannot command. Trying to control them only leads to stress and disappointment. Stuck in traffic, you can't control the jam, but you can control your reaction. You can choose to stew in anger, or you can choose patience and acceptance. This is where the power of Stoicism comes alive, in the small, everyday moments where we decide how to respond. Use the time productively or practice calm acceptance. Listen to an audiobook, reflect on your day, or simply breathe deeply and let go. These moments when we choose our response are opportunities to build inner strength and peace. This isn't passive resignation, it's intelligent focus. By directing our energy toward what we can change, we become more effective and less exhausted. We stop wasting time on things that are out of our hands and start investing in what truly matters. By sorting events into mine and not mine, we free ourselves from needless anxiety. We learn to let go of worries that don't belong to us and focus on the actions and attitudes that do. This simple act of sorting is a daily practice that brings clarity and calm. We can't control promotions, others' opinions, or the weather, but we can control our effort, attitude, and response. Even when outcomes are uncertain, we can always choose to show up with integrity and do our best. This mindset transforms stress into peace. It allows us to meet life's challenges with a steady heart and a clear mind. When we stop fighting what we cannot change, we discover a new sense of freedom and contentment. We stop being puppets of circumstance and become masters of our inner world. That's the Stoic way. By practicing the dichotomy of control, we reclaim our power, find peace in the present, and live with greater purpose every day. The Stoics saw stress as a result of faulty judgments, not just busy lives. Their toolkit includes premeditatio malorum, imagining what could go wrong, so you're prepared and less anxious. Obstacles become opportunities. A tough project is a chance to practice patience or courage. Problems aren't just afflictions, they're training grounds for character. When overwhelmed, take the view from above. Imagine your problem from a cosmic perspective. Suddenly, that stressful email seems much smaller. These exercises shrink anxiety and restore calm. Stoicism is about changing your perspective, not your circumstances. That's how you build a calmer mind. Anger is a powerful emotion, one that can surge through us in an instant, clouding our judgment and pushing us to act in ways we might later regret. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who dedicated their lives to understanding human nature, saw anger as a form of temporary madness, a force that, if left unchecked, could destroy relationships, opportunities, and even our own sense of self. They believed that while anger is natural, it is not inevitable that we must be ruled by it. Instead, they taught that we can learn to manage our anger, transforming it from a destructive impulse into a moment of self-mastery and growth. Their advice? Pause before reacting. Take a breath. In the heat of the moment, our first instinct is often to lash out, to defend ourselves, or to retaliate. But the Stoics remind us that a single moment of restraint can make all the difference. By pausing, even for just a few seconds, we give ourselves the space to choose a wiser response. This simple act of breathing and waiting interrupts the cycle of anger and allows reason to return. Don't let the first spark of rage dictate your actions. When you feel anger rising, recognize it for what it is, a fleeting emotion, not a command you must obey. The Stoics believed that we always have a choice, even when emotions run high. By stepping back, you reclaim your power and prevent anger from steering your decisions. Question your anger. Is this really as important as it feels? Often our emotions exaggerate the significance of a situation. Ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow, next week, or a year from now? Is my reaction proportionate to the actual problem? This kind of honest self-reflection is at the heart of Stoic practice. Is anger the best response, or is there a more constructive way to handle this challenge? Sometimes what feels like righteous indignation is really just our ego reacting to a perceived slight. By questioning our anger, we open the door to more thoughtful, effective solutions. Much anger comes from unrealistic expectations. We expect people to behave perfectly, for plans to unfold without a hitch, and for life to go our way. When reality falls short, frustration and resentment can quickly follow. The Stoics teach us to examine our expectations and adjust them to fit the world as it truly is, not as we wish it to be. Expect people to be flawed and things to go wrong. Life is unpredictable, and everyone, including ourselves, makes mistakes. By accepting this, we become less reactive and more resilient. Instead of being surprised or angered by setbacks, we can meet them with calm acceptance and a readiness to adapt. Accepting imperfection isn't cynicism, it's practical wisdom. It means understanding that perfection is an illusion, and that growth often comes from learning to navigate challenges with patience and grace. When we let go of the need for everything to be just right, we free ourselves from much unnecessary anger and disappointment. Practice empathy. People often act out of ignorance or their own struggles, not malice. When someone lashes out or makes a mistake, try to see the situation from their perspective. What pressures or fears might they be facing? This shift in perspective can transform anger into compassion and understanding. This doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it helps you respond with understanding, not rage. You can set boundaries and address issues firmly, but without letting anger control your words or actions. Responding with calm strength often leads to better outcomes for everyone involved. By reframing anger, you protect your peace and open the door to better solutions. You become a source of stability in a chaotic world, inspiring others to do the same. Over time, this practice builds inner strength and emotional resilience. That's Stoic grace in action, choosing calm over chaos, wisdom over impulse, and peace over conflict. In mastering your anger, you master yourself. The great Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, lived their philosophy in the real world. Marcus Aurelius taught, focus on the present. Do not let the future disturb you. He believed happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts, not external events. Seneca urged us to value our time and treat adversity as a training partner, not a punishment. Epictetus drilled the dichotomy of control. Is this in my control? If not, it is nothing to me. Their wisdom is a call to self-reliance and mental freedom. Their words remain startlingly relevant today. Social media is our modern agora, full of connection, but also anxiety, envy, and outrage. The Stoic approach: apply the dichotomy of control. You can't control what others post or how many likes you get, but you can control your own actions and judgments. When envy strikes, remember you're seeing a highlight reel, not reality. Don't seek validation from likes. Find self-worth in your own character and actions. Before posting, ask, am I adding value or just seeking approval? When faced with negativity, disengage. You're not obligated to respond to every provocation. Use social media as a tool, not a master. Protect your peace of mind above all. Work is a major source of stress, but Stoicism can transform it. Focus on what you control, your effort, attitude, and professionalism, not your boss's mood or company politics. Success is doing your best and acting with integrity regardless of the outcome. See your job as service, not just a path to status. Every role is a chance to contribute to the common good. Difficult colleagues? Treat them as opportunities to practice patience and understanding. Don't get drawn into conflict or gossip. Use challenges to strengthen your character. Even mundane tasks gain meaning when you see them as part of a bigger purpose. This mindset protects you from burnout and frustration. That's the Stoic way to thrive at work. Family and close relationships bring joy and frustration. Stoicism teaches us to accept loved ones as they are, not as we wish they'd be. You can't control others' habits or moods, only your own patience, kindness, and communication. Practice memento mori, remembering life's impermanence, to appreciate loved ones and let go of petty squabbles. Be the calm, reasonable presence in your family, especially during conflict. Model emotional maturity and resilience. It benefits everyone. That's how Stoicism creates harmony at home. Stoicism isn't just theory. It's a daily practice. Start small, a morning reflection, a pause in traffic, a thoughtful response to criticism. Don't expect perfection. Even the great Stoics struggled and practiced daily. Treat setbacks as lessons, not failures. The promise isn't a life without pain, but an inner fortress no event can conquer. This is eudaimonia, a flourishing, meaningful life. Try one Stoic idea today: dichotomy of control, view from above, or empathy. You may find ancient wisdom is exactly what you need right now.